Good afternoon. I'm Chris Beaumont. I am a professor at the University of Tokyo, and I teach global leadership to the Ghibli program. And fortunately, I was asked to facilitate globalization and to look and see to what extent the Leading Forum could actually make Japan more competitive by becoming more globally minded. Globalization is one of the 4 megatrends that is affecting society. We have an aging population. We have an accelerating use of technology, and we have emerging markets, mostly coming from Asia. All of those last 3 points actually play to strengths that Japan has that should make Japan more competitive. The session yesterday, we actually walked the talk. There were over 30 countries represented, although the majority of students naturally were from Japan. And like the previous conversation, they created a lot of energy, but a lot of cross-cultural energy. There were a lot of recurring themes and ideas, but I think one of the most important things was that the importance of people. People sharing, people coming from different backgrounds, people coming with different perspectives to address the same problem. That led to more improved solutions. And yes, technology facilitates and empowers people, but really we should think of ourselves as being in the imagination age. Nothing is impossible. I was taken that at the end of the discussion, the students thought about the social needs, but they also wanted to take responsibility and be accountable to create change going forward. What they're going to share with you is just a snapshot of what they discussed yesterday. They will talk about the things they thought were important rather than simply interesting. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alex Keeley from Kyoto University Shishukan program. We're really lucky, and we really had to be thankful for the great environment that Leading program is providing for us. In the last day session, I was talking with the various students, and I learned that international trainings and summer camps and field trips, those experiences have brought them a lot of various beneficial ideas and knowledges. This is a very good thing, but at the same time, this is a challenge too. We still keep these valuable experiences and knowledge in ourselves. There's another challenge. We are 3,000, more than 3,000 of powerful individuals who share the same common aspirations to change the world for a better tomorrow. However, I still believe that we're still individually working in individual programs, individual universities, even though we are under Leading Forum. So we had to get connected more. We had to strengthen the brand of Leading program and reach out to the world. So how do we do that? The first thing is publication. I strongly recommend that we create a publication, Leading program journal, to spread the knowledge and the experiences to the world and share within the community. My friend Lim will briefly explain about this journal.
All right. Regarding the Leading journals, as we know, our Leading programs are actually publishing their own magazines monthly or annually, but it's only shared locally. We should change it. We should share it internationally for the global audience to understand what our Leading program do. So our Leading program journals should have 2 parts. One part is the simplified versions. It's a news where everyone can understand when they read it, so they'll be interested. And also there'll be another part, which is the academic journals, which means those who are interested in our experiments or our research results, they can go in details by reading that journals. By doing that, what can we achieve? First and foremost, we can get the Leading program outreach. For the many people that we met around the world through the summer school or internships, we can connect them all together because from the journals that we publish, they can read it and they can understand what we do and what are our capabilities. It also encourages collaborations because they already know what we are able to do. They can tap into our technologies. And finally, it can also give us motivations, and with that motivations, it will help to inspire more students to work harder, to publish into the journals. And one more thing, recruitment. It helps our students to recruit new students into our Leading program. It is like an advertisement from the journals. Besides, industrial can also recruit our current students into their industrial sectors. This is because they can understand our student capability by reading the journals. They know our students' ability to do certain experiments. So thank you.
Indeed, one of the key points to achieve internationalization is to have a multiculturally rich environment. We would like to invite people from many locations to join our programs, and for that we need to tell the world what those programs are, what we have achieved so far, and what are the possibilities for cooperation. We need to tell the industry, government, international institutions what we have done and what we are doing, but we also have to communicate among ourselves. We have to tell people and students from other leading programs what we are doing so that they can also tell their friends what can they achieve or what they can gain by joining such programs. We are the best ambassadors that we could possibly have. We can present our work in student fairs, international conferences, having posters and prototypes. We can also create a joint website for career support, such as the JREC portal, where people from all over the world can look for the research areas that we are covering, the locations, and possibilities for financial support. We already started with some research cooperation among universities in other countries, but we can extend this to the industry by doing internships in a win-win situation. We think that by having students in a company, we can introduce some fresh and innovative view, while the students can learn about the industry mindset and what are the business priorities. We can also, and we should keep in contact with all the people that we meet in these kinds of forums via an online platform for already enrolled students. We have all the possibilities in our hands, and it's up to us to keep up and spread the word of how much we are achieving within those programs.
And to do that, we really need to communicate. We really need to communicate amongst ourselves, to other people. I just showed that two red people are talking. One person's just around the side being shy. It's not really what we need to do. We need to do active communication between both sides. And here, some of the stuff that we talked about were some of the language barriers that we have in leading programs. Some have English as sort of the official language. Some have Japanese, with others speaking English. English is only a medium of communication. I believe that it needs to be used at some point so that you can communicate. It doesn't have to be English, but it is at the moment. So I would say actively communicate, and we discussed on some of the practical aspects on how you are to increase people talking. We talked about language and culture support because some people may have problems with that. We sort of thought about communication boot camp, where people from different leading programs come together, let's say for a week, and discuss some problems that they want to solve, and come together and lock them up and just let them talk. We talked about some food cafes where we have like a sort of a thing that we want to talk about, and invite them over because they have food and cafes, and that allows students to come and have motivation to come for food, but also to talk to other people. Put them in the same room, they'll talk about anything. So that's what some of the ideas. Another thing, sometimes it's geographically inconvenient, and in that case we might have a virtual environment where we set up these sort of SNS types or others that allow people to talk about their different ideas to other people in the leading forum. Thank you very much.
Expanding our horizons. As global leaders, we need guidance. We need to be able to see beyond our research and look towards other departments, other things. And to achieve this mentorship, we need someone who's experienced, knowledgeable, someone, as you can see in the figure, someone in blue, to help us lift us up when we, as inexperienced babies of leaders, as you might call it, and need our guidance. And then broadening our mind. As researchers, we are really specific in one topic, but it is essential to also look into other departments, other faculties, and other studies as well. And then personal career development. As baby researchers, we still need assistance in finding new experiences, may that be internships, research assistants, and other opportunities. And my colleague will explain further in those topics.
Yeah, it's me. So I will just explain about what people are talking about. Talking about mentorship, we are roughly 60 groups here of leading programs. Some of them have this theme of mentorship. So they invite someone from overseas. He's not from the university, but he supervises for certain time the students. This helps a lot the students to overcome some obstacles in the future. So we have it in some programs, so we hope to generalize this kind of activity. And to broaden our mind, we need to be interdisciplinary, as the previous group mentioned. Also we have it in some groups. Through our discussion, we went for this. Some people have this sub-major system. So you study something not related to your research. This will help you to talk and communicate with people easily. And we all share the aspect of internship. So we hope to make it easy for people to make a database, to combine all the problems together. So it will help anyone who enroll to the program in the future to overcome those problems. And through our broader experiences, we can get to the level of being global and international. Thank you.
So this part, we're going to talk about how to make Japan global. So first, I want to ask all of you, why did you choose Japan for working or studying? Because Japan is attractive, right? Clear environment, Japanese honest and humble. And Japan has really good, productive research culture. And actually, Japanese pay attention on details. That makes Japan attractive. Japan has those great number of advantages, but how to make Japan more attractive to the world and more relevant with the world? That is what we want to propose, global. It means global and local. Think globally and act locally. And next, my colleague will show some specific ideas about how to promote global.
Thank you. The first thing is investment. We need to create an environment for investment, for both accepting investments and as well as to give investments, accept investments to provide solutions, and give investment to receive a lot of manpower and their know-how. Also, invest in public relations. This is a great opportunity for Japan for this particular thing in the VIA Olympics 2020 happening in Tokyo. So with this, Japan can promote their own culture as well as learn from other cultures. In a word, cross-culture investment via public relations. The second point is open education. Nowadays, a lot of top universities across the world are providing free education via online platforms such as Coursera, edX, Udacity, and many professors are posting their lectures via YouTube. We think the Japanese top universities must also start providing their free education and their culture via many social platforms like YouTube and other websites. The third is collaboration. As a first step, we need to start collaborating with developing countries. Find out the local talents and look to collaborate with them. talent could be a person, an individual, an organization. An organization can be government and non-government organization. It can be a small startups. For example, this is a current setup in Delhi. Delhi government is looking with Chinese government organizations to solve issues of dengue fever. Similarly, Chinese government is looking to collaborate with Indian hardware sector. Similarly, Japan should be a front runner in collaborating with many universities. Also, they should start take risks and shed their inhibitions to do business. Thank you.
I'm Min from leading program of non-communicable disease in Shiga University of Medical Science. Finally, I would like to add in for my colleagues that is making Japan global by building up a center of excellence in terms of evidence-based research for technology, healthcare, and other areas in society. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your invitation to me to this global forum. My name is Shinjiro Nozaki from WHO, World Health Organization. And I would like to give you some comments. I developed this comment with our colleague from the young faculties. So my message is we need a paradigm shift from what we want to do to what we can contribute to global agenda, global needs. It is my message. I would like to request, or I hope Japanese academia to pay more attention to global agenda and please consider how to contribute to global agenda. This is the idea for improvement, but it is already time up, so I would like to just show this ideas for the improvement. Thank you very much.